fallen short here on the 3 with ball in hand, meaning the cue ball's tracking towards the bottom rail.
Almost pocket weight on that 3. That was nicely struck. And it's a good start also on total 2 for Francis Crest That's winner's side, of course, so it's a race to 9. 8 and 9 for FSR to take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, nice shot there by Woodward. He's fallen absolutely perfect on the 6.
Needs a good kiss on the 9, did FSR, and that's the worst possible kiss. Better stuff from Skyler. The Bluegrass Badass. Great nickname. And a pretty good rack. After being 1-0 down, he's 2-1 up. And having lost shape, that was a pretty good safety.
Yeah, it's a shot a lot of these elite players work on non-stop. Put the cue ball where it is now, the 9 ball where it is now, or the 9 ball right in the middle, the bottom rail. And work on shaving either side of it or both sides and see how you fare. Trying to get the cue ball back up table without selling the 9 out to either corner. Now in this position, the 9 is off so much, I think there's a huge advantage to just going ahead and playing the 9 to the upper right. The only way I say that that's a good hit is if you stun the cue ball to the bottom rail, just in case you miss it.
He will not go away, Jeremy Jones has made it hill-hill.
That's the last 3 matches have been hill-hill. Double J, the Hill King.
Getting his money's worth.
You know, possibly milking these matches. Yeah, I'd like to see him go for this to the upper right. I don't think there's any reason it's not makeable. You just stun your cue ball to the bottom rail. He's gotten to the upper left, which is about 55 to 60% more difficult. Almost left it in the right side.
Well, Scott, I'd pot this. 2-0.
There's a look at some of the people here bright and early. They love the U.S. Open. They just overcut. Things just going a little sideways since game number 1. For Lu Hui-Chan. Assuming Skyler going to try and pinch under the red 3. Very experienced at all the other games. he has, but I don't believe he's got there this time. Just stopped on the edge of the 3. Wanted to trickle below it. Yeah, well, that hit there will really get you started. Got another big one here. Other than that, it only looks like one more ball that you really need to play well throughout this rack. This is the first one. And that's not going to arrive unless it stays short. Definitely a fearless player. Struggling to reach. I don't believe what's happened, but Carl Boys has shown up with coffee, and I assumed I had 0 chance of that. So this is a very good day, my friend. And he made a very good shot on the 3. He gets on with it. When he gets down on the ball, it does not take long for him to pull the trigger. Yeah, I don't know. Does he want to be there? He's going to avoid the side, but he's got some problems now. It's probably the upper left going 3 rails.
My 2 favourite days at any Matchroom Major are these 2. When it's losers qualification, winners qualification, and then tomorrow, last 64 and last 32. So much going on, so much meaningful pool, and I'll tell you what, that's one of the best shots of the match so far. If he's dropped dead straight, he's a little unlucky.
Yeah, he's absolutely ripped this ball. Almost got to the 5th rail, which you just don't see. Woodward seems unbothered.
Yeah, it looked as though he might be sitting there in danger of dropping off. 2-2. Welshman Marcel Price. He's on the hill against Waleed Hashim of Canada at 7-3. Same thing for Stephen Fleming. 7-6 up on Mohammed Barbad of Saudi Arabia. This is all on the one-loss side. Kwopo Cheng, 1-0 upon Quentin Pongas, who we saw throw that match away against Johan Chua the other day. Confirmation, Jeremy Jones and Chen Qingzhu are tied at 7 each, playing an all-important 15th rack. Albert Januata, his lead over Mario He has now been eroded. It was 6-0, it's 6-3. Wen Huang Tuan, 2-1 up on Harry Vergara. It's 3-1 for Alex Pagulayan, former champion here, over Landon Hollingsworth. 2-0 for Liu Riteng over Jonas Suto, the runner-up in the UK Open this year. And a little further down in these one-loss matches. Good news for Oscar Dominguez. Good guy, Oscar. And he's 6-3 up on Ramazan Agdag. I'll give you the latest winners' qualification scores after this rack.
No, that's a much better hit. The cue ball caught a big kiss, though. It's doable here to the lower left. That's the blue 2. Never fails. He's going forward. I thought you had to kind of pinch draw this. And that's why I guess he's just played it up behind the 3, but felt like you could pinch draw that. Skyler can't reach it. Otherwise, he would be jumping this. Now he's going to have a twisted body here just to be able to get to the face of this ball. One foot on the floor, Skyler.
Yeah, you need to be a world-class contortionist to play that shot, and the kick was available.
Very good.
Yeah, but also available, Scott, was that combo.
No, very good there. I don't know if the ball was frozen, meaning the 7. If it was frozen, it makes the combination much more difficult. He gets on with it, this guy, though. I mean, just a pretty loose player. Kind of reminds me, if you just took away the bodies, it reminds me of that Arson that beat SVB yesterday in many ways.
Yeah, quick around the table as well. I don't think he's quite as quick as Arseny Sebastianov, because I've never seen anyone playing pool, snooker or whatever who moves around the table as quickly as he does. But yeah, you're right. He's not ponderous in the slightest.
Yeah, Arseny, what an out he made against Shane Hill yesterday. No fear. Not too many people going to get it done like he did in that last game. Got to give that young man credit. Big shot here to the upper left. Easily missed. Yeah, did not want that little rub.
Now, Marcel has just told me some very interesting information. Jeremy Jones, even though he's Hill, he was actually docked the first rack because he wasn't there in time. So it's an even better performance than we originally thought.
And then Lou misses the 6. That's interesting info.
He does have a good omen, though, Jones, because when he beat Shane Walford the other day, from 2 down with 3 to play, it was on table 14, and that's where he is right now. Here's JJ. Pardon our bias, but it's our friend. We want to see how he does. He's out in the sticks, and we're hoping his stick works wonders at the tail end of this match.
Yeah, I think he's just got the 5, 6, 9 left.
I think that's it. I think that's it.
He came up pretty short on the green 6, Jeremy Jones did. Skyler scratching. Wow. Drama.
Come on, Jeremy. Just chip it in.
Yeah, he's really short, though. I think the way the table's giving us this angle, much shorter than it looks. Yeah, it is much. Yeah, maybe he can kill this in, Phil.
Go on, my son.
That's your boy, Phil.
Absolutely. And the great thing is he doesn't play again until 5:30, so he can come into the commentary box next.
Oh, I'm sure he's looking forward to that.
I'm on top of all this, don't you worry.
My goodness gracious, Jeremy Jones squeaking by. Another one. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
He got away with it. He's okay. This isn't over yet. How do we get a camera there? Like a close one.
When you miss a 9-ball like that, you don't deserve to get away with it. This is the great drama of the US Open. It's not just centre stage. It's not just the main tables. All around, 1,000 stories are unfolding.
Yeah, going to the split screen. I know they cannot get away from our colleague Jeremy Jones. There's just no way. I cannot believe he butchered that 9. Now Lou breaks dry. All sorts of things going on around here. But Phil, that 9 is actually finished in a really funny position.
Well, from one funny position to another. Not bad.
Very hard to tell how that 9 finished from where we are. Now, if it's frozen, I think it makes life a little easier on Double J. If it's not, it's somewhat of a shot nightmares are made of.
Well, if he knocks in this 9-ball after missing the previous one, that's just craziness. It's there! It's there! His beloved Houston Astros haven't scored a run for 3 matches, but Jeremy Jones is on a real run here at the US Open. He defeats his opponent from Chinese Taipei, Tian Qingzhu, but centre stage, another player from Chinese Taipei is prospering against Skyler Woodward. It is 4-2 to Lou. So Woodward taking a break. I think he needs it, really. He's just not in the right headspace, as they say. But there's plenty of the pool to watch. Over on table 4, Aloysius Schaap is playing very nicely. No surprise there. He's 5-1 up on Marvin Assis. And Yap, he features on that poster for the Hanoi Open. At the bottom, second from the left. Yeah, the Hanoi Open pool will take place at the Vietnam National Sports Complex from October 7 to 12. It is the third edition of the event. The inaugural staging was won by Jason Shaw. The defending champion will be Johan Chua. And that's the first of a triple header in Asia for the World 9-Ball Tour, because after that we go to the Philippines for the Reyes Cup. Following that, it is the ranking event, the Philippines Open, which is a new addition to the calendar. Wow. Still getting over Jeremy Jones winning that match. So dramatic. And you can guarantee there's going to be drama at the Reyes Cup. It is, not this year, Asia versus Europe. It is Asia, who won last year, up against the rest of the world. The very best in the game will assemble. Two teams will go head-to-head. And it's an extent to the talent in Asia that they've got a real chance of overcoming the rest of the world in that 4-day match. And as I said, after that, we remain in Metro Manila. We go to Quezon City, to the Gateway Mall, for the inaugural staging of the Philippines Open, which is a major World 9-Ball Tour ranking event. That runs from October 21 to 26. The International Open is taking place in Florida, in St. Augustine in November, and then the year culminates with, well, they call it sport's biggest party, don't they? And who would possibly disagree with that? It's the Moscone Cup, December 3 to 6 at the Alexandra Palace, where Europe will try and maintain their recent domination at the expense of the USA. Some of the scores there for you. Mohammed Barbad of Saudi Arabia and Stephen Fleming have gone hill-hill. If it's anything as thrilling as the Jeremy Jones match, table 22 might be worth a look. On table 8, Kwopo Cheng, who's lost in a couple of World 9-Ball Championship finals. He's 2-1 up on Quentin Pongas. In winners' qualification, Claudio Cacci, semi-finalist in Jeddah at the World 9-Ball this year, is in trouble against Wu Kun Lin. Claudio 8-5 down. Now this is table 22. That is Mohammed Barbad. He defeats Stephen Fleming by 8 racks to 7. I asked for that and my wish was granted. Our backstage team, by the way, are doing a wonderful job here. Directors, producers, everyone in the back room there, working long hours and producing a really good product. And the pool of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz is pretty much always good. He leads Payne McBride 4-0. We saw that second rack when McBride left the 9-ball hanging over the middle pocket. FSR, former winner here. Former winner in most places, actually. He's in command. One of our streaming tables I haven't told you about, table 3. Nathan Childress is 2-0 up on Felix Vogel. So just a reminder, on WNT.TV we've got tables 1, 2 and 3. If you want to go to the Matchroom Pool YouTube channel, that's table 4 action. So Scott Frost just popped out. Have you seen JJ?
I just gave him the pom-poms. He is getting an interview by our very own Carl Boys. And I can't wait to hear that interview because Carl usually tells the truth. And the truth is, Phil, Jeremy's been a bit lucky this tournament.
Well, he's been engaging in brinkmanship There's no doubt about that.
To Jeremy's credit, he came with a long, tough 9 after missing probably the easiest 9 of the tournament. So you've got to give him credit there. That's typically when you miss, is when you've got a tough one followed by the easy one that you miss. The 2 now. Woodward taking quite a long break.
Yeah, I think the last half an hour or so has just been wonderful viewing, because we've not just seen the table where the spotlight is, we've not just seen the streaming tables, we've seen outside as well. And you get to understand just what an extraordinary tournament this is. So many players placing so many hopes on how they do, and they're striving so hard to go deep.
Yeah, I don't even think we grasp how many players there really are, 256 players, but it just seems to go on and go on. And if you win this tournament, you've really earned it. I get that the Opens are, you know, all about the same, but there's something different about this tournament. These players, tension is high. Everybody wants to win this. And of course, this year, it's never happened before. $100,000 for the winner. That'll do you some good.
Yeah, exactly double the record first prize in the event in the past. Now has Lou got cover?
Yeah, I don't believe he does. No, Skyler just has to avoid the pink 4 here. Over and out. Well, he's barely got the 2 down.
The Yap bandwagon continues against Marvin Assis. 6-1 to Yap.
Yeah, nice hit there by Skyler. Where is the trouble? I guess you've got to get good on the 7. That's about all I see. You wouldn't mind being straight here on the purple. That's not straight, so now stretched. Got to work cue ball. It's going to go 3 rails here. And he's stretched.
Extension.
Extension. Extension. Extension. Wow, that's pretty good from where he was. Gotta give him the credit. I'm gonna finish over the 8. You might want to leave the extension on, I'm not certain. Yeah, it's just a little extra work every single time that does mount. Yeah, you can reach this though, no problem. Skyler, in my opinion, one of the best in the world jacked up or elevated over a ball. Jeremy and I covered him yesterday. He made 2 of the best shots I've ever seen elevated.
Well, that was well wide.
Yeah, Phil, I actually expected him to miss it thick if he's going to miss it. Something might have gone off in the backhand there a little bit upon delivery. This is clever. Just to get where he is absolutely clever. Does this go in off? Got to hit it with power here. You want to draw the 7 off the 9. He's just playing the safe. I don't know. Skyler will be thrilled. I could swear the 7 played off the 9 there.
Well, he's very good at kicking, Woodward. Not just the hit, but the pot. In his capabilities. Oh, but he just shaves it. And I think he can get through, Connie.
He might have got away with it. It's hard to tell. But to your point, Phil, I thought for certain he was going to get a little closer than that. The ball was laid up nicely. This is close, I think. Okay, you were right, Philip.
He's not the kind of player you can mess around with, Lou. He leads 5-2. So let's get you up to date with all of the scores in winners' qualification that are going on right now. We know about Table 2. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 5-0 up in total commanded teams against Payne McBride. Albin Aushin. I sensed when I was watching him at the Florida Open that he might be on the comeback trail. Well, he has defeated Mika Immonen 9-5 this morning, so he's safely through to the last 64. Aloysius Yap 6-1 over Marvin Assis. Now, the only player to beat Jeremy Jones here so far this week has been Sullivan Clark of New Zealand. He's taking on Kopin Yi, and on table 27 it is 2 racks each. And that's the only winners' qualification action at the moment, apart from the match we are currently watching. Losers round 3, Nathan Childress 2-1 up on Felix Vogel. Karl Naderberg of Estonia, he leads Kostas Koukiadakis 4-3. Kwopo Cheng 4-1 up on Quentin Pongas. What a remarkable match on table 28. Albert Janawata sped off into a 6-0 lead over Mario He. It's now 6-5.
Yeah, this is bad news for Woodward.
He's not playing masterful pool, Liu Wei Chan, but he's doing enough to get the better of an appreciably below par Skyler Woodward.
Yeah, can he beat the bottom of the 5? He did, no problem. So that was good. Didn't look as though it was that easy to get over here. I'm trying to figure out his style. He's just got a cueing style. It's eerily similar to another player. Maybe Naoki Oi's a little bit? I don't know. I can't remember. It's going to come to me.
I think he's a little similar to Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, actually. Just the stance Not the cue delivery, just the stance, I think.
He hits them clean. He does hit them clean. Woodward not at his best, as you can see right there.
Well, we're seeing some balls missed today.
Yeah, Woodward literally going down 6-2, head in his hands in the chair. Here's the ball missed. Looks up, and he's straight in on the 8.
Well, we keep looking for a transformational moment in this match. Maybe that will wake Woodward up. Now on table 4, we're talking about balls being missed. Well, over there, Aloysius Shap isn't missing a great deal. He leads Marvin Assis 6-2, and he's got a great chance to make it 7-2. Four years ago here, came so close to being a US Open champion, lifting that Barry Berman trophy and wearing the green jacket. Lost in the final to Carlo Biardo. But he's a much more mature, well-rounded player now, and one of the best on the planet. What a East Coast double it would be. Florida Open and US Open. Don't discount the possibility. Aloysius Shap 2 racks away from negotiating winner's qualification.
And this is something he has been, and he said, "Oh, dress up, daddy." This is something he's been extremely great at so far this week.
Oh, yeah, she does.
And your first job is to get from the 3 to the 4. Elevated again, Phil.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's dressed up to a certain extent, but there's still a lot of work to do. And based on how he's played so far, there's no guarantees he's going to take advantage of what was, yes, a very friendly break.
I ripped into that pretty darn good. Now, this is a shot that he gets into, in my opinion, better than anybody in the world. He would love the green 6 to go to the lower right. We don't know. We can't tell. Might get a better look at some point. But we'll know now because he's going to go forward. So it plays to the lower left, and that's it. Wow. Clean hit there to the heart.
Yeah, that was very good. And that's the kind of shot that might get him going.
Yeah, here's a great look. Really got most all the pocket. Oh, he's let up there.
Oh, yeah. Short side.
Yeah, he's let up on that swing. So the problem now It's the lower left corner pocket. Just does not seem to be himself. Now, if he can avoid it, he's fine. Fortunate to land where he did.
When you see this shot missed, far more often than not, it's because it's been hit into the near jaw, so undercut. Well, the pot was made, but the avoidance of the jaws was not.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he took that on. I get it. You're a great bank pool player. In this situation, though, he had a really good kick and stick, and you had covered down here with the 9 if you accidentally hit it real good. So, Lu Hoi Chan gave up the last rack, and Skyler dished it right back. Phil?
Indeed. Lou missed the 8 in rack 8. But he doesn't miss the 9 in rack 9. So it is 6-3. Lou getting ever closer to what would be a notable victory. Now, a little earlier on, Carl Boyes left our commentary position and went to interview our commentary colleague and still competitor in the US Open, Jeremy Jones.
I'm here with Double J, Jeremy Jones. Jeremy, this is turning out to be quite a week. Another crazy match, and what a crazy ending. Tell us about that.
Well, the ending, yeah, it was nuts. I told myself before that 9-ball, just please, a nice subtle backswing, and I just jerked the hell out of it and hit it right on the hosel, shanked it right into the rail, and got lucky not to give him a real good shot, you know. But I was a little jarred from the start, to be fair. I was at the table with about 3 minutes to 10. He's hitting a practice rack. I go to get a soda. I come back. Marcel's at the table. I'm down 1-0 because I wasn't there right at 10. But I was there prior to 10. You know, the guy's hitting a practice rack. I just didn't realize that was the rule. So I was a little jarred to start the match. But, you know, happy the way I hit the second 9-ball, though.
So the guy took the rack after that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
and
insane.
the break.
Oh, yeah, nice. No, I mean, what was it like at the end? Because obviously, you know, it's like these events, the open events, the way we set the arena up, people can get so close to the table. I come over, I kind of tried to stay behind the table, but then Alex, the cameraman, was right there.
I know, right? Yeah, I saw that. I don't mind that. You know, I wish, to be honest with you, they were there the whole time. It's always a good feeling to have fans watching, which I've had some this week, so I'm very grateful for that. But, yeah, it's just, you know, I got to think that 9-ball over again, but thank the pool gods, I won another heel match. So.
What about the match in general, though, throughout the whole match? Obviously, it's not just about the ending rack. You know, obviously, you shared the opening 14 racks, 7 apiece. What about the whole match? How did you play?
I only made a couple of mistakes, but neither one of us could get the break going. I only made the one on the break once. He only made it once. And I was looking around in this section, and no one was making the one on the break on those 4 tables there. So maybe the climate right in that area, maybe, I don't know. But it was tough sledding with the break.
You've got the loser of Brandon Schuff or Asani Sevastianov. I think that's how you pronounce it, the guy who beat Shane. Does it matter who you play? Do you really care?
No, I just figure, you know, might as well just go ahead and make it 8-8. Let's play the last rack, right?
Right, I think you've got some comms to do, pal.
Oh, yeah, maybe so. I got a clinic to do as well. So, yeah, I got a lot to go. But maybe it'd be good to keep my mind off things, you know.
Yeah, what a match that was. You're certainly giving us some drama at this year's US Open. Double J, Jeremy Jones.
Good job, JJ. Good job, Carl Boyes. And it's been a good job so far for Lu Hoi Chan.
Yeah, it's not been the cleanest of matches by any means, but I would say that Lou has played the better of the two.
Yes, undoubtedly. It's been a very poor performance from Skyler Woodward. There's no beating about the bush. You've got to say it as it is.
It's a little disappointing for me. He played, in my opinion, outside of one rack where he missed 2 balls back-to-back, which can happen in this sport. He played really, really, really well yesterday. Looked extremely sharp. So it's just a little disappointing.
He's had 2 wins to this point, Woodward. He beat Pascal Dufresne of Canada 9-1, and then the match that Scott was referring to, he overcame Kostas Koukiadakis 9-7. Now this is the pocket that Lou missed the 8-ball in 2 racks ago.
Head down. Not a sign you want to see from Woodward.
And certainly not a score you want to see on the board. Lou Hui Chan, 7-3 up. This largely American crowd sitting there in silence. Now, talking about Woodward's victim in the previous round, Kostas Koukiadakis, he's 5-4 down to Carl Naderberg on the 1-loss side. Felix Vogel and Nathan Childress are 2-2. Marcel Price, the Welshman, did come through against Walid Hashim at 8-3. Kwopo Cheng in command against Quentin Pongas at 5-1. Albert Janawata, 16 years old. He was 6-0 up on Mario He. It went 6-5. You thought Janawata might fall apart. Think again. Janawata has won that match 8-5. Mario He, the twice World Cup winner from Austria, out of the tournament. Alex Pagulayan 4-3 up on Landon Hollingsworth. Jonas Suto made a slow start against Liu Riteng, but now it's all square at 3-3. Kuo Oshan Wei, he's 5-3 up against his fellow player from Chinese Taipei, Shea Chia Chen. By the way, Jonas Suto has just taken a 4-3 lead. Loho Sum, 6-4 up on Kasper Matakainen. And one final one, Oscar Dominguez on the hill, 7-5 up on Ramazan Agdag. Winners qualification scores after this.
Okay. Does he bank the 2? Definitely has the right middle. 1 down again. And this just seems to be something that's very common, Phil. I think no matter who's breaking the balls on this table, I think the 1's gone in more than I've ever seen it go in before. No reason not to attack here. You got a big side pocket. Wow. He's left a gap. Yeah, it felt like you could just bank it to the right side and draw back. You could use the 5 and the 9 as backup.
Yes, Lou is an unusual mix. He's a fast player who quite often opts for caution. Normally fast players are attacking players.
Well, we've talked about this. We see it, right? Oftentimes you can get in a winning position like he is right now. 7 games to 3, needs to get to 9. But sometimes the games and the mind start playing tricks on you, and you play not to lose instead of playing to win, meaning you start to get a little too careful, and it can all really go bad way very quick. I like what he's done. Yeah, I like the idea there.
The result to tell you, Claudio Cacci, beaten, not out to the loser's qualification, beaten 9-5 by Wu Kun Lin.
Yeah, you knew that shot was coming. Bringing out the jump cue here. You know, he's got to clear the 3, so he'd like to hit this short if he can. Cleared the 3, Phil, without any trouble. What a bank shot there. Woodward, Derby City Bank Pool champion. No stranger to the world of bank pool, being from Kentucky.
Yeah, I still think that Woodward could have a big say in this match, because when he gets close to winning, Lou might just tighten up a little. He knows all about the CV of Woodward. Can tell you, by the way, our next match on table 1, it should be a cracker. Victor Zielinski against Jesus Atencio.
Yeah, that should be a cracker, no kidding. Victor Zielinski, one of my favorite players to watch, a player that I talk about that just hasn't done what I kind of expected him to do on the tour over the last couple of years.
Well, that came nowhere close to hitting the red 3 ball, and so ball in hand.
Yeah, I feel like you played it wrong. I feel like you've got to use a low ball there with maybe a bit of inside. Bend the cue ball towards the 3. It makes the 3 a bigger ball that way. Just leveling out is tough. Really a must-win rack here.
Yes, as long as he can keep Lou off the hill, he's got genuine hope.
Yeah, it makes such a difference in the mind as well when you're playing. You know you've got that extra game cushion, so the arm can stay a bit more relaxed. I mean, I have to be fair, Phil. I don't believe that Lou has played great either this match. I think he's been the better player, but he's definitely made his share of mistakes.
Yes, both in terms of execution and indeed shot selection. I think he's shown a certain degree of tactical naivety, and yet he's still going to be 7-4 in front if this goes in.
Boy, he barely squeezed that in, but it was the back arm for me right there on that camera angle. It looked like it was shaking back and forth a bit.
Let's quickly give you some winners' qualification scores. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, 6-1 over Payne McBride. On table 4, actually, it's still early in the 11th rack, but Aloysius Japp is on the hill against Marvin Assis at 8-2. Much earlier days in the match between Sullivan Clark and Copigny. That's 3-3. Sullivan Clark holding the great man. And that's the only winners' qualification action going on right now. Felix Vogel in losers round 3. He's 3-2 up on Nathan Childress. Kostas Koukiadakis and Carl Naderberger 5-5. Alex Pagulayan, former champion, 5-3 up on Landon Hollingsworth. Loho Sum, he leads Kasper Matakainen 6-5. Loho Sum was very unfortunate, I thought, in the opening round to draw Roberto Gomez. One of them was going to be unfortunate because, as far as opening matches go, that is a draw from hell. Now then, on table 24, Oscar Dominguez is through. He's beaten Ramazan Akdag 8-5. The reason for the delay in this match, Skyler Woodward has decided to amble over to the commentary and media position to have a chat. We still don't know, by the way, who Jeremy Jones is going to play in losers qualification at 5:30 later on. What we do know is it's an either-or situation, as Carl Boyes alluded to when he interviewed Jeremy. It's going to be either Brandon Scherf or Arseny Sevastianov. Now, Sevastianov coming through against Shane Van Boning yesterday, so whoever he plays, I think Jeremy is in for a tough test. Now, Woodward has decided to leave our commentary position, and he's gone to the WC, the washroom.
Well, he was actually, I don't know, he was talking to us up here at the desk and then talking to somebody 8 tables over from the desk. He's having a good time.
So while he's away, let's go to table 2. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz 7-1 up on Payne McBride, although the young American does have a chance here to start mounting a mini revival. Can tell you, by the way, Aloysius Yap on table 4 is through. Very impressive performance. He's beaten Marvin Assis, who's no mug, 9-2.
Yeah, how do you not put Aloysius Yap at the top of the list to win this event? He's got to be right there with the likes of Joshua Filler and Fedor Gorst, SVB. But SVB's got work to do on the B side.
Taking over on table 4, which you can see on the Matchroom Pool YouTube channel. Next up, it will be a losers side match. Duong Kwok Wang and Mark Beisterbosch. Well, I don't know what the rule is about taking breaks, but we saw Woodward take one when he was 4-2 down, and now he's out of the arena for an extended period again. So Carl Boyes might know the rules on timeouts. I was just saying, Skyler took a timeout at 4-2, which was quite lengthy, and this one the same.
Yeah, I think Mr. Woodward will just do as he pleases. He seems in a very jolly mood. Obviously, he's just got married. Things are going well for Skyler Woodward. He's got a new business, a clothing line, a billiard clothing line. Real good crowd of people in today. We expected this. This is day 3 out of 6, and we're really getting to the business end now, aren't we, Phil? This is when the tournament really comes alive.
Yeah, by the way, Scott Frost hasn't given up on the Woodward Liu Wei Chan match. He's been asked to do a clinic. So Carl's taken over.
Yeah, the bosses at the WNT are getting their money's worth out of us. Interviews, and you've got it easy actually, Phil. I was here at 9 AM doing like YouTube podcasts. I was filming with Fedor, all while you're eating your scrambled egg on toast, and then you just rock up at 10. You've got it easy, buddy.
You've got it easy, Phil. That's like saying it's snowing in July in Death Valley. That's a phrase that should never be said. I was here at 5 to 8 this morning doing research.
Well, we start at 10. I'm surprised they let you in. You'll be off at about 4 o'clock. Skyler Woodward's here. Your opponent is waiting for you, buddy. He's just chatting to the lads at social media, making sure they get the good side of his face, his pictures.
Well, he's decided to go back into the arena. How good of him.
Yeah, what score is it actually? Obviously, I've not been in this match.
7-4 down. He was 7-3.
Oh, I thought he were winning. He seems very chirper. Now he's having a chat with Brett from Q-Tech. Maybe discussing cues and brake cues. Anyway, what about FSR? Quietly going about his business. This is to get on the hill.
Yeah, makes it look so easy. 8-1. Because he's cooled off a little in terms of winning multiple tournaments, sometimes we forget just how good Francisco Sanchez Ruiz actually is. Has to be on the short list of potential winners. I will say this, if Skyler Woodward continues to play to the quality he's produced in this match, he wouldn't be on a lengthy list of potential winners. But there's still time to turn the contest around.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, you can pop this in the side and a swing, hopefully through the gap for a shot on the red 3.
Be interesting to see whether that second break from the main arena has broken Lou's rhythm.
That was a really good shot from Skyler. Big rack this, I mean, it goes without saying, Phil. 8-4. You feel like you got one foot into the loser's side of the draw. If he wins this 7-5, you feel like you're very much in it. Another good shot there. Seems the timeout has worked.
Yeah, just to repeat, the second time out.
Wants to float this delicate just over to where he's kind of hanging over the table. That's ideal. Lovely. Club.
Well, this is definitely the best rack he's played. The 2 wasn't the easiest opening pot. He knocked that into the middle very nicely, obtained shape, and away he went.
He looked a little shaky on the shot there. Clearly feeling the pressure in winners' qualification. I don't know why, you got 2 bites at the cherry. It's a nice place to be.
At his lowest ebb, Skyler Woodward trailed 7-3. Now it's 7-5. Let's just take a quick look over onto table 2, where Francisco Sanchez Ruiz remains on the hill. Hard to imagine he's going to lose that one. An 8-1 lead. Well, occasionally gets overturned, but it's once in a blue moon. And what's more, he's banging again, the Spaniard. That little cluster 698 might be an issue. If you win in this round, your day's work is over. You're into the last 64, which doesn't start until tomorrow. When, of course, Carl, everything is redrawn. The redraw will take place this evening when the last ball is potted.
Yeah, it's always exciting when we see that draw. There's always some big names in that left section, and of course, the undefeated will play the defeated, the ones who have lost one match. So undefeated cannot play undefeated. That's how it works.
Well, I think he's just knocked the 6 on enough to make the 6-8 combo.
Let me see. Oh, B1.
Oh, we're just looking at the Woodward break. I'm not sure if the combo is on. As in the blue 2 onto the purple 5.
FSR toying with the idea of going behind the back. Yes, indeed. This is it. Payne McBride sent to the one-loss side. The progress of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, serene. He wins by 9 racks to 1.
Well, that wasn't far away from going in. Woodward's still got a problem here though, Phil. Look at the purple 5. I wonder if he'll take a gamble now, like maybe try and banana into it. I think he's feeling a bit fruity out there.
Gamble taken,
Almost.
but not on the 3. Mind you, he can put Lou in trouble.
Jose.
Very interesting match developing on table 27. Sullivan Clark leads Copigny 5-3.
Fine, it's fine. No, he's good. I'm good, Jose.
No, I got it.
It's fine. Let him shoot. I know, but it's fine. Let him go ahead.
Some kind of discourse now going on between Woodward and the referee. Feel a little sorry for Lou here.
Yeah, he's just got to focus on the job in hand. He's 7-5 up. Needs a bit of a roll here. He needs the cue ball to stop. Yeah, you see how it's creeped out? That means Skyler can get his cue at the ball freely. Next match starting out on table number 4 is a real humdinger actually. It's Mark Beisterbosch against Don Kwan. Race to 8. The miscue, trying to get in to the cue ball. Table 3 action, Vogel, the young German Felix Vogel. Really a big future in the sport. He's 5-2 up over Nathan Childress. Good player, Nathan Childress, actually, the lefty from America. I know Phil, we're always keeping an eye on these kind of like Americans who have never played in the Moscone, and we might not be familiar with them on the circuit, but I've watched a bit of that Childress. He's a fine player, the lefty.
Absolutely agree. I watched him play at the Battle of the Bull last week, and yeah, he played some really good racks when I was watching. Now this is a really good opportunity to get to the hill. He has missed one glaring ball in this match, the 8, in rack 8. So you just wonder whether he might fall victim to nerves as he gets closer to the victory, and it would be a noteworthy victory as well over someone of Woodward standing.
Yeah, he's looking at playing it in the top. The bump into the 6 didn't finish ideal, so he's got a good positional shot to play here. Yeah, you see how he digged into it? He tried to come past it, he didn't. Now if he plays this in the side pocket, cue ball's running up towards the top end. It's got to come all the way back. He can maybe hold it, kind of cinch it, that's what we call it. That means just hold the cue ball. In fact, he probably can. Yeah, there's a bit of angle, but he can manage it. So he just takes his distance on the 8, as in distance with the angle. It's okay.
I was saying to Scott Frost earlier, he beat Low Lee Wen in the previous round, 9-7, so that tells you he can handle a cue. Not the cleanest of pots, but he's on what should be an unmissable 9. Mind you, after Jeremy Jones's 9-ball miss, nothing's unmissable. Last year's US Moscone Cup captain is 3 down with a possible 4 to play. Instead, it's Liu Wei Chan who's on the hill at 8-5. Let me give you some losers round 3 scores. Young Felix Vogel, 17 years of age, 5-2 up on the aforementioned Nathan Childress. Carl Naderberg, he's in the first flush of youth as well. He's from Estonia. He leads Kostas Kukiadakis 7-5, so that means he's on the hill. Joni Sikkonen just starting out against Mustafa Alner, 1-0 to the Finn. Edouard Bregu and Benji Buckley, who was a late entry. They're just beginning their match on table 15. Kwopo Cheng, twice a runner-up in the World 9-Ball Championship. He leads Quentin Pongas 6-3. And before I give you any more scores, must get Carl's verdict. What about young Albert Janawata, the 16-year-old, knocking out Mario He? He went 6-0 up. You might not be aware of this, Carl, because you've been here, there and everywhere. He went 6-0 up. He came back to 6-5. And yet Janawata had the courage and the conviction and the nerve to get over the line at 8-5.
Yeah, that's very impressive from the youngster from Indonesia, the hotbed of 9-ball Indonesia. There's many pool halls over there, and I'm sure they're all intrigued to see how the youngster gets on. Fine performance, fine win.
And another vindication for Emily Fraser's junior programs. Recent winner of the junior event in Saudi Arabia, Albert, and now he's mixing it at senior level, and he looks entirely at home.
Yeah, the junior event kicks off tomorrow here in Atlantic City. Always very exciting to see the juniors arrive. I've seen a couple of them arrive already today. They will begin their practice sessions a little later on in the day.
Well, is this the last chance saloon for Skyler Woodward?
It's not been his finest hour. But plenty of matches have been won, Phil, from 8-5 down. We've seen it a lot. I'm still in shock over the Jeremy Jones match. I went over to watch that last rack. It was unbelievable. I don't know if you got to see any of it, Phil, because I know you're using comms, but wow, what a finish it was.
No, the lads in the back room did a really good job. They got a camera out there and we saw the last 4 or 5 pots.
Well, that pleases me. So the whole world seeing his missed 9 ball, is that what you're saying?
The whole world.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. The first thing I said to Jeremy is, okay, all the stick you've given me over the years for that 8, I've now got one back on you. It's 1-1.
I think his 9 was worse than your 8.
Well, it is, but, you know, the average plonker out there who doesn't understand Q sports don't understand what I was trying to do on the 8. Even though I did miss the 8 over the pocket, by the way.
Let it go, Carl. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. I don't fancy him for this one, Phil. I do not fancy him for this. I mean, I live closer, and I live in Blackpool, England. A mile away. Phil, you'd have got closer. You couldn't even reach it.
And bear in mind, not just that shot, because you can't pick out one shot in isolation, but bear in mind, Woodward is twice an MVP at the Moscone Cup. He's not produced anything approximating that form in this match. So can Lou apply the finishing touch? Continue on table 26, Loho summoned Kasper Matikainen. Hill, it's 7-7.
Phil, we've got a bit of breaking news. Jeremy Jones is watching the action and he said he's listening to comms. He said the 8 was a lot worse.
Oh, well, maybe the worst shot was the positional shot to the 6. Yeah, he's omnipotent, isn't he, Jeremy? He watches everything, he listens to everything.
I know we can't get away with nothing in the booth.
Well done, but where's the cue ball? Where is the cue ball? Oh, can you believe it?
Yeah, he doesn't want to win this match. Just when we thought Skyler was going to be put over to the left side of the draw, he may well be staying out in that arena a little longer. This is going to dress up. Well, he's had his opportunity to win there, Phil. He didn't take it.
Yes, it wasn't the shot in knocking in the 6, it was the positional shot before that. Well, Lou not able to get over the line. Could that wasted opportunity be a source of frustration and regret for the man from Chinese Taipei? Skyler Woodward was on very thin ice there, but he's still skating. It's 8-6. Yeah, by the way, just going back to that Jeremy Jones 9-ball miss, I will say this. The 9 that he knocked down the rail, now that was quality.
Yeah, he was a very lucky boy though. I mean, to miss the 9 over the pocket the way he did and not leave it easy for his opponent. He is riding his luck.
Cut the old boy some slack. Koping Chung and Marco Tuta 1-1 in winners qualification. Brandon Scherf, he's 2-0 up on Arseny Sevastyanov. Brandon's got a shoulder injury actually, which began at the Florida Open. And he said with each passing day it's getting better and better and better. And the man from Western Maryland, well, he could be going into the last 64. The loser of that match will take on Jeremy Jones next.
What about this, Phil? Table 26, it is in red. We have Hill Action in the loser's side. Low Ho Sum against Casper Matakainen. A 1-rack shootout over there.
And Coping Yi could be going down under in winners qualification against a player from down under. Coping Yi trailing Sullivan Clark of New Zealand 6-3.
Hi, Derek. It's my mom's birthday today. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. My dad's birthday was yesterday. Dude, I deserve something 3 in a row. I'm this, it's my fault.
Well, I don't know what
Sounds very good for me.
Skyler Woodward is chatting away with the crowd for. Just get on with the match. You've already had 2 extended timeouts. If I was Lou, I would not be happy.
Oh, here we go. He may play the combo here. Let's get another look. Let's just see where the pink 4 has fell.
Dress up.
Well, he could go rail first and then off the pink ball. Or if the combo is on, he could try and play the combo and then flick the 7 ball out of the way a little bit. That opens the purple 5 up then, but there's a little bit going on with that shot, so we'll see what Mr. Woodward has in store.
What are you doing? Extension.
Shane Van Bonen is back out in the arena. He's just won the opening rack against BJ Ussery. He's playing that match to get to LQ, so he still needs 2 more wins, Phil, to get through to the final 64. Yeah, I don't know if he tried to flip the 7. I don't think he did, because he'll use the pink 4 now to try and flow over near the 9 ball for a shot on the purple. Nathan Childress has just won his 3rd rack of the match. He's down 7 racks to 3, so he's going to need the remaining 5. Otherwise, he'll be out of this year's Open, and Felix Vogel will be through. He will march on.
This, though, is intriguing. Can the outsider get over the line, or will the big name come through despite a well below par performance? So many stories in this US Open this year. It's been absolutely terrific. And we're not at halfway. Played that with lots of follow and running side.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to take his medicine exactly where he's holding his cue. He's probably forced into just getting it near the left centre pocket. I don't really think he can get any closer to the brown 7 here. This can get away from you. You hit this too hard, it comes back in the centre of the table, leaves a thinner pot. Not bad. Decent effort. This is the shot though, Phil. He's got to pot this, swing round the angles, and get on the 8 ball. I wonder if he's noticed the 8 ball goes down the rail past the 9. That might offer easier position.
Still don't scratch.
Well, he deserves to scratch. That was an appalling shot.
Yeah, that is not one of his best. Missed it by about 3 balls.
Come on, Lou.
Just don't scratch.
Put him out of his misery.
Well, this is for the match. It has not been Skyler Woodward's finest 90 minutes on a pool table. Far too many mistakes. But he still is alive in this year's Open. He'll just go over to the left side.
Well, let's hope that the fan favourites is in finer fettle in losers qualification. What we can say here is that Lou is through. He defeats Skyler Woodward by a score of 9 racks to 6 in a rather unusual match, to say the least. So next up, it is a battle of 2 superbly attacking, aggressive young players. Can't wait for this one. It's winners qualification.